Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rumjeezy here. Welcome to TCG Card Shop Simulator. I am level 96 on day 239, $1.9 million in the bank. Wanted to make a video on some tips and tricks I wish I would have known early when I first started playing the game. Probably would have made the experience go a little bit smoother. Disclaimer here, this is a simulation game, so y'all can play the game however you would like. So if you don't like some of these tips or you don't agree with me, that is totally fine. But these are just a list of tips here that I hope will help you in your experience in TCG Card Shop Simulator. Alright, first off, some people do not know this. There is a light switch right here. You can turn your lights on and off. Alright, that is tip number one. Tip number two is pack opening speed. Alright, you can actually change that here. Just go hit escape, go to settings, game, and this slider right here, open pack speed. Alright, you can actually change how fast or how slow you open packs. So that's really nice. Alright, tip number three for starting the game, I would not recommend running the card tables or selling single cards early. Why do I say that? Alright, because card tables actually cost you money per day. And each person that sits down on that card table will take up a spot of someone actually walking in the store, buying something real fast, 10 seconds, and leaving. Alright, so that actually inhibits customers from coming in because there is a limited amount of customers that comes in. Alright, tip number four. I get this question a lot on stream. And that question is, what packs should I open? Now, that's not an easy question to answer. Alright, what are you trying to accomplish? Alright, are you trying to get more ghost cards? Are you trying to get big money cards, or are you trying to collect all the cards in the game? Alright, so let's break that down. Alright, if you're looking for big money cards, alright, the packs you should be opening are the highest level packs in each version. So we have the basic version here, and then the Destiny version here. So these red versions are going to give you the highest value cards, theoretically. Alright, if you're wanting to pull more ghost cards, alright, you want to open the Destiny packs. Any of the Destiny packs. These give you a higher chance for ghost cards. Alright, Destiny packs are around 1 in 500 for normal ghost. And then your normal Tetramon cards are around 1 in 1,000 chance to get a ghost. So, if you're looking for ghost, make sure and pull from these Destiny packs here. Alright. Another tip, if you're trying to collect every card in the game or focus on the Steam achievements, you want to open a bunch of every single pack, because every single pack has different cards in there. So if you're trying to collect them all, you need to open from every single pack. Alright, another tip here. Tip number 5. Alright, if you do decide to run single cards or sell single cards, you can actually take more than one card at a time. So you just right click and you can actually hold more than one card. You can hold 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in your hand at once. Just pretty neat. You can close your album, walk around, put those cards in your display case or on your single card table, however you want to utilize this. Alright, then just hit R again, and it will go right back in your album. Alright, next tip here, employees. I get this question a lot too. When should I get employees? Alright, my recommendation for employees is do not get an employee until you hit level 25. At level 25, you will unlock Clark Cash. Now you can see his restock speed is slow, right? What you want to use Clark Cash for is the checkout speed. All right, he is very fast. Costs $400 a day, so just be aware of that. And you will unlock Clark at level 25. So that would be the first employee I would recommend y'all to buy. All right, since we are on the topic of employees, cool little tip. So your employees, no matter which ones they are, all right, once your day is over at 9 p.m., they will leave the shop. All right, their day is done. All right, a cool tip though is if you wait to buy all of your restock at night, once your employees leave, buy all your restock. Your boxes will show up outside. Okay, start the next day, and your employees will start working as soon as you start the next day. All right, not as soon as you open the store, as soon as you start the next day. So you can start the next day, your employees will start working, and you don't have to open the shop until everything is restocked. All right, another tip here about employees. If you have a box that is on the ground, for example here, employees are working, everybody's working, restocking, and you notice there's a box on the ground and it is open, your employees will not pick up a box that is open. All right, so if you want them to move it around, simply pick that up, hit R, close it, and then put it in the associated spot, or just put it back on the ground. And your employees will put this box wherever the labels are. All right, so if you're trying to pull a bunch of cards, like I pull all my decks kind of back here, I don't want my employees to touch the box I'm pulling cards from, obviously. So I would just tap R, okay, the box is open, and hit Q, and then you can place the box wherever you would like. All right, another tip here. Tip number 9. What shelves should you use? All right, I would recommend early using only the small cabinets, and use those until you hit level 30, I believe. You unlock the wide shelves. All right, why is that? Because early game, this shelf can hold more, not this shelf, sorry, this shelf here. This shelf can hold more volume than any other shelf. All right, and how the algorithm works is a customer walks up to a shelf. All right, I have 8 figurines here. All right, if I'm a customer, I do a calculation in my mind, and I pick a number between 1 and 8. So there's a chance that me, as the AI, will roll that number 8, and I can buy every single thing off the shelf right here. So all 8 of these figurines. All right, so if I had a shelf that only had 4, that is half of 8, obviously. So I would be losing out on 4 figurines there, and each one right now profiting me about $55. So I would be losing a substantial amount of money. All right, another quick tip since we're on the topic of furniture. You can actually sell your old furniture or furniture you do not want. All right, so here I have a wide shelf. All right, it's going to come in the box outside, so we'll simulate. I just bought it. Okay, I just bought it. Oops, didn't mean to buy that. Okay, if you see at the bottom there, on the left side, C will actually sell this shelf. All right, so just hit C, and you only get half the money back, but half is better than none. Okay, so you have a shelf in your store. All right, that's already laid out. Okay, well, I don't want this shelf anymore. All right, all you're gonna do is hit Q, and you can move that piece of furniture around if that is your goal, or you can hit C, actually box it up, and then C again. Well, you can actually sell that piece of furniture. All right, another tip, especially early on when money and XP is kind of hard to come by, only sell enough items you can manage. All right, you see my entire store is maxed out. My entire shop lot B is maxed out. But as you can tell, I only have 4 shelves with 8 pieces of merchandise on there. And that is plenty of XP and plenty of money for me. I am getting about 25,000 plus XP per day, up to 33,000, the most I've gotten in one day. My revenues are around $50,000 a day. So only sell what you can manage. All right. If you're first starting out, you're not going to have any employees, so you're going to have to do all the restocking yourself. You're going to have to do all the checkouts yourself. All right. So only sell enough merchandise that you can handle. All right. Next tip. Tip number 12, pricing. All right, so Rumjeezy, how should I price my items? All right, I get this question a lot on stream too. All right, if you're trying to get your items to sell, all right, and make decent profit, my recommendation to you would always be click the label, market price, then hit round. All right, so that's 46 cents above market, no big deal. All right, if you keep your items at market price, there's a 90% chance that that customer that walks up to your item will buy that item. All right, and that chance lowers the higher you increase the price. And why do I hit round? Because hitting round actually puts that at an even dollar amount with no change. All right, you'll notice, especially early when you're running the cash register and you're having to give out change, it takes a lot longer to check that customer out. And that's also true for the AI. All right, so if you keep it at a even dollar value with no change, it will increase, or it will be faster for your employees to check out that customer and also yourself. All right, tip number 13, when we're on the topic of pricing. So when you click on that label for your piece of merchandise, you see this blue graph looking button up here, blue bars with the green background. All right, you just click that, and it actually gives you a graph of how the prices have been fluctuating for this item. All right, so we can see it started at like $185.16 on day 210, and now day 239 we've increased that to about $195.16. So your prices do fluctuate daily in the game. Everyone's prices are different. My recommendation to you would be to check your prices on all your items every couple of in-game days. So I try to do it every 3 in-game days, but you can check them every day if you would like. Also be aware, if you are selling single cards, those prices fluctuate drastically, especially on the big expensive cards. I've had cards go from $10,800 one day all the way down to $9,700 the next. So just be aware of that. All right, tip number 14, shop renovations. All right, so you want to open your iPhone by hitting tab, click this Reno Big button or the hammer. All right, and this is your shop expansions. All right, my recommendation to y'all is buy the shop expansions as soon as you can, as soon as you unlock them, because the larger your store is, the more customers that will come in your store. All right, so we'll inherently give you more XP and more money. All right, since we are on this topic, Rumjeezy, how do I open the warehouse shop or the expansion shop? Well, super easy. Let's hit tab again, go to that hammer button. You unlock that by unlocking Shop Lot B. Now, the first time you click on this button, you're going to notice it costs $5,000, right? Initially, it cost $5,000 just to open that back lot. All right, once you spend that $5,000, you will actually get shop expansions for that shop lot B. And I would also wouldn't recommend you opening the shop lot B till later on the game, probably level 40 plus, because that does increase your rent. So just be aware of that when you buy shop expansions and when you unlock shop lot B and expand shop lot B, that will increase your rent. Just be aware of that. All right, tip number 15. We're going to talk about the old stinkers. All right, if you notice, while you're playing the game, there will be customers that have a green cloud around them. All right, that will actually deter customers in your store if there's a bunch of stinky customers. All right, early on, you're not going to have these air fresheners here, these machines. All right, you're just going to have the air freshener itself. All right, so you can sell that in your store if you would like. I have a personal shelf where I keep them all just so I can restock my air purifiers, air fresheners, whatever you want to call it here. All right, so Rumjeezy, how do I use these air fresheners and get rid of a stinky customer? All right, so what you want to do is go up to wherever you have your air freshener. You're going to right click, which will bring that in your hand essentially. Then you're going to hit R. Now you can actually use it. All right, so you can walk up to that stinky customer and spray them with this. It takes 2 sprays to remove that stench from the customer. All right, spray them twice, that goes away. All right, now how do you put it away? You're going to hit R again, put it in your hand, and you can place it back on the shelf. All right, and be aware once you do unlock, wrong button here, my DIY. Once you do unlock the auto scent purifiers, so this would be the first one here. All right, when you do unlock these, you're going to need to have 2 at your front door because each one only sprays 1 time. All right, and it takes 2 sprays to get rid of that stinky customer. All right, so once you do get those machines, make sure and fill them with the air freshener. You also want to left click on them to turn them on. As you can see up there, you can see it is on. And if you want to turn it off, just right click it again. All right, everybody, that is 15 tips and tricks for TCG Card Shop Simulator. Hopefully this video helps y'all just starting out. It might even help some of the veteran sweaters out there. All right, appreciate you watching. Again, Rumjeezy here. If you like what you've seen, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. All right, you'll have a wonderful day in TCG Card Shop Simulator, and best of luck